our State Representative and Tourism Director, Blaine Luetkemeyer.
Well, you realize the definition of an optimist is to give politicians a few minutes to speak. But it's good to be with you, and thank all of you for being here today and being interested in the process. I think it's important. We've got a dialogue going between all of us today that's, I think, important and helpful for all of us as Republicans to appreciate each other's points of view and still come together at the end of the day here and support our candidate at the end of the day. Just briefly, many of you have already heard me speak a number of times, so let me just very briefly go through a little resume of myself for those of you who don't know me. I got about a 30-year background in the financial services industry and banking insurance. Raised livestock for about 20 years as growing up, helping myself through school that way. I'm the only candidate in the race that's got a 20-year background in livestock production, by the way. I'm a legislator, former legislator, elected in 1998. I served in 2002 in a role of House over from Democrat to Republican. I think you can see what a difference it's made here in Missouri to have a Republican House, Republican Senate, and a governor. They've all pulled the wagon in the same direction and have cut taxes. We have balanced the budget, gone from a $1 billion deficit to a surplus. So don't tell me it can't be done. We did it in Missouri. We can do the same thing in D.C. It takes prioritization. It takes prioritization of your expenditures. It means that the government has to live within the same means of the budget that you do. Now, this past week, I signed the tax pledge because I don't think we need more new taxes in D.C. We got plenty of taxes already, don't we? Yeah, absolutely. So my pledge to you is not to do that. We will not raise taxes when we get to D.C. We cannot do that. We've got to live within our means like we've done here, and exactly as the Republicans have led us here in Missouri to balance our budget as well. When I was the tourism director for the last year and a half, I had a nice increase in our budget, about almost $3 million last year. But I took that money and I made sure that we used it exactly as it was intended, which is to market the state of Missouri. 97% of that went into marketing the state, and I absorbed $269,000 worth of payroll increases and mandated health insurance costs. That's managing your budget. That's what we can do if we get to D.C. and have somebody who understands how this works. As I've traveled around the district, there's a lot of things that people will talk to me about with regards to issues, but it usually comes down to just 2 or 3. One is taxes and the economy. They want to see the tax cuts extended. That's got to be a must. 2001, 2003 tax cuts are important. We don't need any more. Right now, the Democrats have got the mother of all tax increases sitting in our budget that's being proposed that's going to raise the taxes across the country. The average family, $3,000 per family. $3,000 per family is what they've got proposed. And you know what they're going to do with it? Within that budget, there's $2 million in the defense budget for studying yoga. There's another $231,000 for the Lincoln Memorial Airport Commission somewhere in Illinois that doesn't even exist. This is the kind of stuff that they want to raise your taxes for to spend their money on. This has got to stop. The other day, I was looking at a video of a Republican congressman from Texas, and he was talking about some of the things the Democrats, the liberals in Congress have proposed. You know, they've been in control now, you realize this, the last 15 months. And what have they done? They're supposed to be in control, right? They've got the hands and reins on our country's vehicles, the wagons moving forward here. They've allowed gas prices to double. They've allowed the job growth to be cut in half, and we lost 80,000 jobs last month. We've had the consumer price index go up 4%. Housing's gone down 8%, and the average grocery bill of the American citizen's household has gone up $70 since they're in control. Why in the world do we want to send another person from this district to D.C. to help Nancy Pelosi support and promote that sort of agenda? We can't, can we? No. Absolutely not. The other thing that a lot of folks, two other things. One is the national defense, which all of us who are candidates here are strong supporters of a good military and support the military personnel and the veterans when they come home. Here in this district, we're very fortunate. We have the Veterans Hospital here in Columbia, Veterans Home in Mexico. Veterans benefits are extremely important. Those are ladies and gentlemen who have fought for our rights, for our ability to be here today. We couldn't be here today if they're not defending us around the world. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, terrorism is not something that's going to go away. If people say, well, we got to stop the war, we got to bring our troops home, we got to quit fighting, ladies and gentlemen, what's the definition of freedom? You remember somebody once said, that freedom you can never be free because you have to constantly be vigilant. It's going to be that way forever. We have to constantly be on our vigilance and support ourselves and fight for ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, my website is Blaine for Congress. Nobody can spell Luetkemeyer, so we made it real simple. Blaine for Congress. Love to see you come on there, but love to see you continue to support us. So we've gained grant traction and done a great job and have a lot of fun and want to meet all of you some more. So thank you for being here, and Luke, turn back to you.